What we measure, we can improve. That's how, as a coach or an English teacher, I find the best ways to help my learners succeed. Things can get tough, and improving isn't easy. The key is to assess the progress they are making, to know what they can do, so I can give feedback that will help build their confidence and keep them motivated. With Cambridge, assessment is integrated with learning, helping me measure and guide my learners' progress, so they learn what they need to succeed. To get the most from every moment, to help their worlds grow. Because Cambridge is where your world grows.
Good morning, teachers. Welcome to Start with Cambridge 2026. Good morning, everyone. Let me read in the chat. Where are you right now? Where are you taking this session from? Greetings from Aguascalientes. Hello, all the way up there. And oh, you're taking notes with AI. Okay, that's okay. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for using our materials on behalf of Cambridge University Press and Assessment. My name is Juan Manuel Perez. I will be guiding this session on Power Up and Level Up. I am a professional learning and development consultant, and these are two series that are pretty much alike. I'll show you some of the differences along the session, but basically they are very, very similar, and that's why we have this two sessions together. Hello, all the way from Colima, excellent, and Pachuca, Mexico City, and Maria Leticia, yes, excellent. Thank you very much, all the way there. What is the weather there? Aguascalientes, Colegio Bilingüe San Miguel. Hello, hello, Colegio Bilingüe. And it's very hot up here. I am in Guadalajara. It's very, very hot. I hope you have a very nice and sunny day as well. A little bit of housekeeping. If you would like to take some time to scan this QR code to join this grow episodes, they are a very, very nice set of podcasts. We have videos, we have podcasts, we have a playlist in YouTube, but specifically go to this featured episode where you will listen to what the teachers have to say about tips on teaching and strategies and how they feel by using Cambridge materials. Good morning, everyone. Helen Keller in Nezahualcóyotl. Excellent. And before we start, let me thank one of my colleagues who is here helping. He's hosting this session, Josadak. Thank you very, very much for hosting this session and for helping with the chat. He's there helping with the chat, and everything is possible because of him today. Housekeeping. Please note that this session is being recorded. We will send you the recording later after this session. So it's like maybe five days after the session is ended, you will receive a link. All right. Check your internet connection, and at the end of the session, I'll show you a QR code specifically for this session so you can download your diploma of attendance. All right. Hello, hello, good morning. 100, more than 100 teachers joining this session today. Excellent, that's just great. Let's start with Power Up and Level Up. I like this two series a lot, and today we have some of the differences. What do you mean by 5 days? You will get the diploma immediately, and then you will get the recorded session link in no more than 5 days. That's what I meant, Miss Sylvia. Power Up and Level Up have to bring into the classroom the components, a unit walkthrough, some ideas on how to teach with it. All right. So before I play this introductory video, question of the day. Very important question. This is the first question of the day, so you can start participating. Teachers, have you already drunk coffee today? Have you already had coffee? Yes, yes, excellent, Lorena Anita. No, come on. Coffee is the kickstart of the day. Let's start with some coffee. Cheers, everyone. I'm drinking some coffee, Mexican coffee. So cheers, everyone. Please join me watching this introductory video that we have for Power Up second edition, and then we can start the session. Cup of tea, that would do. Thank you very much. Not yet. You have all the session to sit back, relax, enjoy, and sip up your coffee. Thank you. Let's watch this video.
Get the most out of every moment of learning with Power Up second edition. This fun, fast-paced, 7-level English course equips young learners with the skills they need to excel in English. With official Cambridge exam preparation all the way from pre-A1 starters to B1 preliminary for schools. We've kept its tried and trusted methodology, packed in over 100 new videos, updated the collaborative, multi-stage missions for real-world competencies, refreshed skills pages to power up learners' receptive and productive skills, and much, much more to ensure language and vocabulary truly stick. At its heart, Power Up second edition seamlessly integrates learning and assessment to boost student outcomes and supercharge their way to success. Plus, it covers the syllabus for the new Cambridge English Qualifications Digital for young learners. And what about a sustainable future? Power Up embeds activities which align with the Cambridge Sustainability Framework for ELT, sparking real-world conversations in the classroom. Power Up second edition, where young learners gain confidence in learning, confidence for life. Because Cambridge is where your world grows.
There you go. Confidence in learning, confidence for life. Let's go on the course overview, and this will pretty much be adapted to Power Up second edition and Level Up. It's a 7-level primary course. It's for students starting at 6 and ending up 6th grade in 12, but we have this pre-level now. The pre-level for preschool, I think, is not sold in Mexico, but we have some components. So if you would like to have some demos or scope and sequence for those levels, please ask your local sales representative, because those are excellent to have a good and smooth transition coming from preschool to primary school. That would be very, very nice. So you can take the topics out from that previous level. The name is Start with Power Up or Software Level Up, and take the scope and sequence and check if your students are ready and well prepared to go into primary school. It's a course that is for 5 to 8 hours per week. And this is a main difference. This is British English. The exit level is B1. If you combine this Power Up with Science Path or Cambridge Anthologies, you can have this very nice complement. So you can reach all the way up to B1 consolidated level. All right. And obviously, this is an exam preparation material, and it's those are most of the important characteristics. This course is extendable to 320 hours a year if you decide to use all the materials coming from the digital pack, right? And one of the main features, as I told you, is that it supports the preparation for students in this Cambridge English qualifications that we have. So it's through this integrated learning and assessment approach that I'll talk about in a minute, right? If we go to Level Up, you'll see a couple of differences, which is a very similar book. Basically, is the same book. All right, same book. It is programmed to prepare students of this challenge that we call accelerated learning. So these two books are made for that. All right, accelerated learning, and we have this proof that the world is changing so fast that these books are made for those type of students. All right, it does not only feature fast progression. That's another key feature that you can find at the back part of your books, Level Up and Power Up. It is fast progression. So it goes really, really high in a fast progression pace to achieve this B1 exit level. It is hard to get to that level. Many schools have this exit level flyers, A2, A2 plus, but these two books go all the way up to a high level B1. All right, so it develops universal competencies, lifelong skills, and these are made to help the students become successful people. All right. And good morning, good morning. Excellent. I am checking on, I'm glimpsing up back to the chat. So if there is any question that is relevant, I will stop, make a pause, and try to answer. All right. So highly structured, scaffolded book. And that's how we make this difference. So as I was telling you, now you might think that the slide is full of text. Well, we do not promote that too much. We don't like that too much. But these slides are very good because you can take screenshots. All right. So these slides are for you to take screenshots so you can see how the book is structured, and you can have some information about these specific key features for both books. All right. So it's more than just a book. It is to prepare students for exam. It's about preparing them for life. So we have these characters, Jim and Jenny, that will take the students on exciting missions, and the students will get that motivation enough so they keep participating. They develop the real world skills in a more sustainable context with the new topics we have aligned to sustainability. In addition to that, the course methodology, and I'll speak about that in a minute, helps teachers plan the lessons and assess progress in detail. Everything I say, everything I will mention today applies for both Level Up and Power Up in terms of methodology. All right. In terms of the methodology, is exactly the same. But what is another big difference? It is essentially the same course with some differences. The exam focus in Power Up changes to skill focus. Exam focus to skill focus. But the difference is that all the references for the Cambridge Assessment English exams are removed. But you can see that they are exactly the same pages. But the stars and the monkey, remember the monkey, that we have the star, and the teacher's book has sign posted where you can find exam preparation. Now, these labels, these texts were removed in Level Up, but it's exactly the same book. So if we go back and find this correlation, Level Up also prepares for the exam. Another important difference is that it goes from 7 to 9 hours instead of 5 to 8, because there is extra material at the back of the book and an extra review unit. Right. So it is a very, very similar book in many, many ways. Jim and Jenny, again, will take you in different adventures. All right. With this new world skills, rounded future ready students, learners will develop the language and life skills at the same time. Okay, Power Up second edition here. Power Up, let's say powers up a classroom via the activities, which are designed to enable you teachers to monitor the students' progress more closely. This is an excellent feature, and it's based on the ILA approach that I'll show you in a minute, but not just the methodology as the big theory, but with the tips in every single page, every single lesson, so you keep track of your students' progress. And this is something that we always wanted in many, many books. All right, this is an example of the activity book. The first picture you can see has the students, learners. I am going to call them learners, all right? Many times we call them students, yes, but in the context of ELT, I think learners is more appropriate. So I promise myself that I am going to start calling the students learners, all right? So the first picture is learners choosing their special goal for the unit, all right? So it can vary from learner to learner, and it helps teachers mm, envision, look on what the students are planning for themselves and what they want to achieve. All right. So the mission diary will invite these learners to reflect on their performance, and at the end of certain activities that you can find the self-assessment progress check, they can actually check it and tick it. Finally, at the end of the unit, the students can check what they have learned, and this will give you teachers the indicators. This is how I know, this is how I can tick and check like a checklist, all right? If those students still need some topics to be revised and consolidated. So this part of formative assessment with informal and formal observation through the lessons is very, very important. Let me show you another slide about the grammar in this books, right? Here. As you probably know, Gracie, the goat, teaches the grammar, and we call it in this ELT context again language. Language for this book is grammar and vocabulary. All right, so we have the grammar topic, but language is the word that we're going to start using. So Power Up Second Edition is presented, and the grammar is presented here through these animated videos, and they like the videos a lot. Some of them have this grammar raps, some of them have songs or a little story, and they are very, very fun. We have more than 100 videos in this series, including quizzes and big questions at the beginning of the topics. Let me show you just a little example of the new grammar video.
Whose ball is this? Whose ball is this?
It's Shelley's ball. Her ball is blue.
And then they would use the same dialogues to explain the grammar.
It's Shelley's ball. Her ball is blue. Whose doll is this? It's
All right, so it's just a demonstration. And if we go to the different stages of learning the grammar inductively, you will see that this really, really is aligned and coherent with the methodology. We have a very new modern methodology to teach the grammar. I'll show you some examples in a minute, just in other slides, all right? And then we have this activity that are scaffolded. Remember that the grammar goes from controlled practice, guided practice, free practice, and freer practice. I'll show you that in a minute and how it looks like in a page for Power Up. And remember the same sequence works for Power Up and Level Up. All right. The missions. All right. The learners will have to complete a mission in each unit, and during that mission they will have the opportunity to use the language, grammar and vocabulary language they are learning throughout the unit, and they will collaborate, solve problems, and use creative thinking at the same time. All right, so we will review the missions later on, and let me tell you, this is based on PBL, on project-based learning, but you can do the activities during the class. Close the books, let's go to the missions, and I'll show you a little bit of how we approach the missions in a minute. The pillars, okay, let me tell you about the components. For learners, we have the pupils book with ebook, exactly the same for Level Up. Activity book with digital pack, exactly the same for Level Up. And for teachers, we have a full pack in Cambridge One, the flashcards and the posters, right? The posters are digital as well, so you can play with the hidden images that you will find in Level Up and go to some teacher's reference, for example, about a city, about a hidden place, about a hidden festival, etc. All right. So in Cambridge One, you'll find the teacher's digital pack, both for Level Up and Power Up. I am using this presentation because it's more complete, but it's for both. Practice Extra, downloadable home booklet, resources bank with the audios and the videos for students. And for teachers, teacher's book, worksheets, test generator, exam practice, and in Level Up, skills practice. Remember, that is the difference. Exams practice and skills practice. You will find it like that, but they are very, very similar worksheets. You won't find any difference. So, but the name, all right? All the audios, the animations and videos. And for Level Up, we don't have the grammar in videos. That's a big difference, but you will also follow the same methodology. So it is integrated, accelerated path, focusing on the child development. We have CLIO and cross-curricular learning. We have missions, real-world skills. We have grammar in a very inductive way, and this is official preparations level, official preparation material, right? So you'll find this very, very appealing for students and helpful for you teachers. Let's go to the pedagogical features here. I wanted to tell you about ILA, Integrated Learning and Assessment. Before we move on, let me suggest you please, teachers, if you have already registered to Cambridge One, and the next week I'll have a session on Cambridge One, I'll show you where to go to My Training tab. In My Training tab, you are going to find many free videos to start teaching with. And one of those free videos is integrated learning and assessment. When we say learning, we are going to embed learning and teaching techniques and strategies, integrated learning and teaching, and assessment, the way we assess the students in a formative and summative way. So this is a very, very interesting approach. This ILA is an approach which is the combination of how you use all your resources, techniques, and tips and materials in order for students to help them improve their communicative outcomes. All right. So this is what we do, and it's very, very interesting. ILA, Integrated Learning and Assessment, is the newest approach that we have for Cambridge. Let me show you a very short, let me see, 1 minute introductory video, and then I'll continue with the pillars of this new approach.
As Cambridge, we help teachers and learners to get the most from every moment of learning. Backed by our research, we believe that providing evidence of progress and actionable feedback is the best way to help learners succeed. Our new paper shows that by integrating teaching, learning, and assessment, you can have a big impact on learners' success. Here are your top 3 insights. 1. Teachers should integrate assessment as a key part of their teaching practices. 2. Educational leaders need to align curriculum, teaching, and assessment. And 3. Follow these key steps. Start by setting clear learning objectives. Collect evidence of progress towards them. Use this evidence to give learners actionable feedback and tailored follow-up activities. Find out more at cambridge.org/ILA.
Let me tell you a little bit about this ILA pillars. All right. So these are the 4 core pillars of ILA: clear learning objectives, evidence of progress, actionable feedback, and tailored follow-up. So the first one, you know what? Let me reveal all of them so you can take a screenshot. Learning objective is about indicating what students should achieve and what the learners should achieve at the end or by the end of a lesson, of a unit, of the book, of the whole level, etc. You can use it. It's flexible for different stages. The evidence of progress has to do with the formal and informal ways of evidence of learning and progress that can be collected. You take notes or just observe, but keep in mind and remember what you observed that day during that lesson. And a quick diagnostic with the progress tests, with the unit tests, with the workbook, with the activities in class at the beginning of a lesson and during the lesson, and at the end of a lesson with the self-assessment or any other test or formal exam. So at the end or every couple of units, you have these reviews, for instance. The actionable feedback highlights not only the areas of improvement, but also the strengths, and that's how you will see that it's actually working. And finally, tailored follow-up means maybe that we need to make a difference with the instruction to better meet the necessities of our students, the individual goals, the group goals, the class goals at the end of the level. So this is, for example, a little bit more help with the grammar, a little bit more help with the writing, all right, with the spelling, with the structures, etc. All right. So today, let me, I will share with you this PDF. So ILA in Power Up second edition. All right. This is a PDF that I wanted to bring in today because it's very, very nice. First, let me show it to you. All right. And after this slide, I'll show you a QR code so you can download it. But let me go to here, to this ILA little booklet. All right. So what is ILA? Let me change this, make it, there you go. Sorry, because it was blocking, and single page. That's better for me. So continue scroll. Here, this is it. So ILA is the combination of these methods and everything. You'll see the pillars here. All right, this is where I took the screenshot to project it there. And to the right, you'll see, okay, the first pillar, learning objectives, and you have some examples here on where to find each one of those objectives, all right, and the teacher's tip. And then you have evidence of progress, the second pillar, and where to find exactly the evidence of learners, the evidence of learning in the practice activities, in the workbook, in the student's book, on the platform, etc. I think it's a little slow here. Give it a minute, be patient, because I think my computer is reacting a little slow. Actionable feedback and where to find it with the SA, which is the self assessment. All right. And examples of where you can find everything. Everything. All right. So actionable feedback and all the pillars are here. Let me go back to my presentation and put here it is. So please take a screenshot or scan it right now so you can go to the Google Drive where I put this white paper on ILA specifically for Power Up and download it. All right. I am going to allow this slide to be on for one more minute. All right. So please download it. Give me your thumbs up if you are ready. There you go. Excellent. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you for that reaction and everything. Yes, yes, excellent. I can see your answers. Ready. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, ready. So this is going to help you a lot because that's exactly how you will put that methodology, this new approach into practice. ILA helps teachers to learn to plan learning effectively, measure the progress, and identify areas of improvement. Learners' involvement in the process supports them to improve outcomes and gain that confidence. Ready, ready, ready. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Excellent. So I can see that you're um, uh, following up. Excellent. Now, let's go to the missions. Let's go to using the projects. Using projects is another interesting feature of Power Up Second Edition and Level Up, both. All right. This is a simple formative assessment practice, and you're showing the students the process where they're going to put into practice everything they've learned throughout the lesson. All right. This is also ILA. All right. So both. Oh, here's the logotype. Yes, Power Up and Level Up have exactly the same missions. All right. The only difference is that now in the second edition for Power Up, we have a more summarized way of presenting the missions and a little more help in the teacher's notes and components, but worksheets, but same missions. All right. So I am going to reveal some sentences and I am going to explain one by one. All right. So you know that the projects can take different forms, but something I have observed in many classes using Level Up and Power Up is that students enjoy a lot the class when they have the opportunity to go to the aisle, to go outside the classroom, to sit on the floor, to select a corner and go and sit over there on the floor with their friends and start commenting and preparing for the project. All right. So this is something they like a lot. All right. So it includes a lot of problem solving, collaboration, and these are collaborative and communicative activities that are student centered. That means that the teacher monitors. The teacher is not part of the activities. The teacher is there to give some ideas, but sometimes the activity is activities about the your weekend, and the teacher ends up telling a whole very long story about what the teacher did during the weekend. So let's try to focus more on observing, monitoring, and you do not need to ask the students to report back. Just leave it in a student-centered uh, pattern, right? So projects are important in an English language classroom for promoting motivation, engagement, and relevance. Let's say this is very similar to true or false, but when learners are working on projects, especially projects uh, that they are interested in and that they have a connection with their lives, they are very motivated. All right, they are very engaged. All right, so they tend to be more participative in the classes. It's not just learning English because the teacher asks, right, but using English to do something, and this is the level of engagement they will see. So teacher-centered learning, where students mainly follow instructions. No, right? Not too much. So teacher-centered is the teacher speaking and speaking and speaking, and the students follow instructions and complete written. Okay, power ups. Oh, excellent. Thank you very much, Jose Doug, for sharing the PDF in the chat. Thank you very, very much. For those who didn't scan the QR code, not too much, right? We said student centered. So number two is not that. It's not that true. Integration of skills. We promote integration of skills and meaningful language use. Yes, because we have to use the four skills: language skills, listening, speaking, reading, and writing, as well as grammar and vocabulary, and not just isolated drills. This is not skills based, all right? It's communicative and collaborative. I'll show you an example in a minute. I am just showing what we promote. Oh, well, 4 and 5. Okay. Development of 21st century skills and personal growth. Yes, collaboration, critical thinking, creativity, autonomy, ownership, etc. Right? A stronger focus on grammar accuracy, not too much. Remember, we focus on fluency during the projects. We do not stop or interrupt the participation during the process, because this is not about the grammar. So this is not correcting and correcting and correcting. This is helping the students. Yes, correcting, but in the way to help them build up the sentences, instead of no, this is incorrect, because that way we will kill the fluency, right? So it's not a grammar focused stage. Confidence, communication, and fluency gains, exactly the opposite. Yes, totally the opposite as number 5, because they involve presenting, speaking, interaction, um, practicing spontaneously, in semi-spontaneous language. All right, so this will build fluency and reduce anxiety. That's also very part of the emotional strengths that we can cover here. All right, so we boost this confidence, as we say, and these are the ones that are appropriate: number 1, number 3, 4, and 6. All right, so let's check the missions in each stage, from stage 1 to stage 4. All right, so there are a set of real world contest activities. Power Up Second Edition, excellent. Thank you for the thumbs up. So they can practice the language, and they can practice at the end full presentations. This is just a slide so you see where you can find the different missions. It starts at the beginning of a unit, and then we'll go find mission number 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the mission in action. All right, so you'll find these steps, or these stages, in both Power Up and Level Up. So the sequence is exactly the same. Number 1, all right, at the start of a unit, learners discover the mission, all right, and they see that it has a clear purpose. What do we do here? We help the students visualize, envision the mission in action task. So this is what they need to do at the end, but this is the purpose. All right, we need to follow, or we need to break it into different steps so you can achieve this. All right, for example, in stage 1 of this mission, unit 5, this is unit 5 in level 1, they will talk about their favorite food, and how to create a list about food likes and dislikes. All right, so why, we ask students, why is this important for the final mission or the final product? Oh, because we need to follow instructions, because we need to make decisions. All right, because you need to decide what you will bring to the picnic. All right, so that's why we need to follow a process. All right, this is the purpose. And then we have mission number 1. All right, number 1 out of 4. This is actually the second part, but we're going to take it as the first part. The other one was the setting the objectives. Okay, why is this important? All right, what food does your class like? Make a list. All right, you are going to give an example, model the activity. All right, and I would like you to do something similar to this. And then they go outside, they do a mixer activity, stand up and find a person who, and ask different questions, etc. Now, it's collaborative and communicative. Students should use uh, process language in here. Process language is the useful phrases the students are going to use in the process you are assigning. Today, I am going to ask you, please, students, to stand up and go interview another student. The process is interviewing. So the process language, the useful phrases, could be, okay, hello, Can I ask you a question? And the other student answers, yes, of course. Yes, please. Yes, of course. No problem. So use those casual expressions, write them on the board, not just the question, all right? Because this should be a real life task, remember? So put those expressions on the board. Hello, how are you? Small talk. Excellent. How do you feel today? What's the weather like? Okay, can I ask you a question? Yes, of course. Uh, what is your favorite food for a picnic? They are not going to say uh mole for a picnic. They are not going to say I don't know uh chiles en nogada for a picnic, right? They are going to say maybe sandwiches, baguettes, maybe coffee, juice, water, pizza, maybe. They always say pizza, all right? So teach them the process language. The process language is your model. This will also help students keep it in English instead of students asking each other, because it happens, asking each other in Spanish. They have a model on the board. This is the process language. It is very important in this speaking activity. You can use it in the missions, and you can also use it when you have a speaking task. All right, that will be my tip today. And then we go to mission number 2, both in level up and power up. All right. So the second stage of the mission, the learners will practice making requests and offers. All right, which is also relevant because they need those expressions or that those forms in order to communicate during the actual picnic. All right. So here maybe we can practice being polite to each other. Uh, do a supermarket role play. Buy food for your picnic. Can I have some bananas, please? Here you are. All right. And then model. Okay. When we go to the supermarket, you do not say, or you do not do exactly the same as the previous mission. All right. You do not ask the teller, hey, how are you? No, all right. We say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Uh, can I have formal way? And you have the process language lists. All right. The process in this case is role play. During the process of role play, this is the process language, the role play useful expressions. That's what I mean when I say process language. Focus, identify the process, all right? The task, the activity you're guiding at that moment. Uh, three, 3 or 4. Yes, I have it here. Uh, uh, this follows up a Clio lesson, all right? In this case, is write your recipe, then share. This is cross-curricular and Clio. Now, in Clio, content and language integrated learning, we do not follow the same TBL process. We do not have a pre-stage, well stage, and after stage. CLIL is learning on the go. All right. So the process language here for CLIL, my suggestion is ask or help students, all right, with the questions, with the vocabulary, with the expressions they need to ask for questions, because CLIL means students are triggered, uh, and they would start speaking a lot. They would feel curious about the topic, and they need to ask questions. So CLIL, the CLIL process means as students are curious, they need to ask, why, teacher? Why is this? Why is that? Why? So help students ask questions. When you see cross-curricular or CLIL, the process is on the go. So use the students' natural curiosity, all right, to answer more and more and more questions with real language, real vocabulary, new vocabulary that you're going to teach, etc. So they feel motivated enough to ask, teacher, what is the next step? Teacher, what do I need to do? But why did you do this? Why? Help with the questions. All right. They should feel curious in this stage. All right. Obviously, do not just tell the students, okay, students, if you have a question, ask. Ask all the questions that you'd like. No, right? Give them the models, so they can ask the questions. All right. So that's the number 3. And the number 4, finally, the learners will come to their final product, which is the picnic in this case. All right. And they will follow the activity number 1 here, and then the number 2. So they start presenting. How do they feel about your, how do you feel about your work? Is the mission diary, where they actually draw the happy face or not, and about the emotional part. All right. So here, let me just reveal the arrows. So you'll see stage 1, 2, 3. How did you feel? You can actually go at the end of each stage to complete this happy face. All right. Remember, this is level 1, but this is where they share how they felt. Projects make learning meaningful. All right. When they are engaged, they are going to participate a lot more. Help the students participate a little more. Okay. Questions and answers. No questions. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. They also support the development of life skills, the role play, the collaboration, the teamwork, right? Those activities, those tasks are what we meant with the life skills we said. All right. We have 2 frameworks that are integrated in this power up, but they follow the same alignment, right? And you can find them if you correlate them with level up: the Cambridge Life Competencies Framework and the Sustainability Framework for ELT. The life competencies focus on developing the whole child, all right? Not just grammar and vocabulary, but a good person, a good citizen. That's exactly what the framework looks for, all right? Let me go very fast to a unit walkthrough because I want to show you the videos, and then we'll finish this session. We start with the vocabulary presentation, and this is where we have this vocabulary and triggering a new video with the personalized question to help the students with the during listening activity or task, right? They need to start thinking about their answer when they listen, right? The difference is the level up video doesn't have audio. Now, Power Up second edition has the question. Check.
Happy birthday. Let's talk about birthdays. What can you see?
What can you see? Very simple question. Remember, this is first grade. Now, if we're going to ask the students, what do you see? What can you see? Students should already have their answers handy. They should have their answers ready to use them. All right. So do not ask students. This is the principle of the methodology. We do not ask students something they cannot answer yet. All right. So if you're going to ask a question or the video asks a question, make sure the students know how to answer it. All right. The second lesson is vocabulary presented through contextualized situations. This is the video.
Car, ball, doll, bike.
Car, ball, doll, bike.
There you go. All right, I couldn't pause it before. Okay, so presented via contextualized real life situations. All right, so this is learning to do the activities while listening, and they, if it's a lower level, they can go and use the stickers to match the activities and the vocabulary which they like. All right, so this is where they learn vocabulary. The language presentation starts in this page, in the story. You are going to find sentences from the following grammar page. So the sequence of the grammar is immerse the students, tell them all the vocabulary and all the expressions and all the sentences that they are going to use in the next lesson. All right, because I like this book. Oh, thank you very much. Because Ms. Leticia, thank you very much for your comment. The grammar should be a guided discovery process. This is the methodology, a guided discovery process. So here, highlight, underline some of the grammar that they are going to check. The videos are very, very nice here.
What colour's his kite?
His kite, her kite, etc., etc., right? So this is where you are going to... Sorry. The next one is whose ball is this? Whose doll is this? His, her, their. All right. So when you go to this language presentation, they come from a previous page where they were already immersed in the grammar. So students or learners, notice you have already checked them. Notice you already understood, you already checked them, you already highlighted them. Notice you had already worked with those sentences. So when you go to the grammar, they already know how to use it. The grammar section is to consolidate the form, not the use. They already know how to use it. When they go to the page and they watch the video, that's it. Now, let me make a little pause here in parentheses. Grammar discovery goes from level 3 to 6. If you are still in first and second grade, it's okay. Present the grammar. Present the formula, present the grammar through examples. No problem. All right? Because of the maturity, students have more critical skills developed from 3 to 6 grade. All right. So there's no problem, absolutely, if you approach the grammar deductively and you teach formulas in first and second. No problem, all right, because of the age. Now, let me here show you the grammar. Okay, students, you are going to watch the grammar video and then the grammar explanation.
Whose ball is this? Whose ball is this?
It's Shelley's ball. Her ball is blue.
Whose doll is this? Whose doll is...
And then they will use the same dialogues to explain the grammar.
Her ball is blue. Whose doll is this? It's Harry's doll. His doll is new. Whose plane is this?
So you see, the grammar is a consolidation stage. Then we have the vocabulary presentation number 2. You can correlate this to the activity on the platform, all right? One here, one activity on the platform, or assign it as homework. You have a personalized question, all right? Personalizing means that the students are going to use the vocabulary in their own context. Now use it in a sentence. That's the personalization stage, all right? Or technique. Use it in a sentence. The language presentation, again, is a grammar animated video, all right? But the book consolidates the grammar because in the grammar section, consolidated. That's why the name is Grace's Grammar. And that's why at the very bottom of the page, you have the name of the grammar topic. Because it's not in the grammar box, all right? Because they removed it. Because it's a guided discovery process. It's not a presentation. So that's why they moved the formula or the form to the end of the book, to the back of the book, right? Then we have the cross-curricular content. All right, this is where they are going to learn other subjects. All right, and also work with the mission. They complete the mission as well. All right, as I told you, here we have a video that connects to the real world, and then we're going to go to the skills development. Now, in Level Up, you have the full complete story. In Power Up second edition, you have the left page of the reading and the skills page on the right. But if you want to complete the story, download the extra reading PDF so you can complete the story pages 2 and 3. They are in the resources. All right, so go and download the resources. Okay, there you go. Pre, while, and post reading task, but go to the resources. And at the end of the unit, we have the Cambridge exam preparation. In Level Up, we have skills preparation. All right, so you will see in your teacher's book what part of the exam the students are practicing here. Okay, and finally, we have the mission and action, both Level Up and Power Up, where they present. Do not assign 100% to the final product. Just divide it in each one of the stages. All right. So we finish with the review lesson every 2 units, and that's how we will finish the unit. These are the digital and extra resources in your book, right? Pupils book with ebook, digital pack. I already showed you this pack, activity book with digital pack, both for Power Up and Level Up. All right, this is for both. For teachers, digital pack, presentation plus, test generator, videos, audios, digital flashcards, posters, all are digital, right? Both for Power Up and Level Up. You have a grammar booklet that you can download from your Presentation Plus, and it's also PDF, or the students can buy it as an additional component. There is a home booklet that has a transition as a very nice and dynamic homework. It's not a traditional homework for this book. All right. Miss Leticia. Oh, thank you. All right. I really love the book. Cheap Schools. People are excellent. Thank you. Thank you so very, very much. Let's see if we have some questions. I don't think so. Yes, answered. What happened with upper primary? What do you mean? What happened there? Thank you very much. This is the slide over here. The slide of the certificate of attendance, both Power Up second edition and Level Up. Are there flashcards for 5th and 6th levels? No, the flashcards are only printed for 4th, from 1st to 4th. All right. No questions. Thank you very much. I mean, what kind of changes does the book have? I highlighted the changes in the session, Miss Fabiola. The new videos for grammar, the new questions to open the documentary videos, the skills page, the integrated and learning and assessment methodology. All right, and the worksheets that are additional in the teacher's resources. Please complete to check in this form, and you will get your certificate of attendance within 5 working days. Lorena, what concerns me is that we are teaching British language to the populace, yet our English in the classroom is American accent. It does not affect as long as the students know the exact difference, and when they practice, the British English with the practice activities, you make a difference and you tell them this is what comes in the exam. My English is American. I do not speak British English, Miss Lorena. Me neither. But we teach American English with the focus on the exam in British. So tell them this specific word in British English comes in your exam because that's what you have in your teacher's exam booklet. Thank you. Thank you very much. We would also love to hear from you. This is about how I did my performance today. And thank you very much. In on behalf of Cambridge University Press and Assessment, thank you very much. Can we share the link in the chat box? Yes, we can, of course. Let me copy paste it. Yes, thank you very much, Josedak. Thank you. The link is in the chat. Thank you kindly. Thank you very much, teachers. See you very soon. All right. And have an excellent start of the week. Stop sharing. Have an excellent start of the week and happy teaching, everyone. Enjoy. Happy teaching. Thank you very much and see you very soon.